Hi, I'm Xavier Howard. This is our fourth annual Wildorado County co-production show.
Hi, my name is Liam Hoagland. I'm in the Wildorado Cattle Company. I'm here with Swayde Cleavinger, the Director of R&D. Got a couple questions for you, Swayde. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. How do you think the sale went this year?
It went smooth, like very smooth compared to last year and the year before. I've been through all the sales, and I feel like this one definitely was the smoothest.
Yes, sir. I was watching and it went. We're like an hour behind from last year, so. Or not an hour behind, an hour ahead from last year, so that's great.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the whole operation being at your house in Wildorado?
There's pros and cons to it. When people live in Amarillo or in Hereford, they're having to wake up at 6:30 or before.
Yes, sir.
And I get to wake up at 7:45 or maybe even later just to step out my door. So it comes with pros and cons, just like everything else.
I got you. What would you think you'd change about the sale for next year, if there is anything?
If you would have asked me this question last year, I probably could have named off a few things.
Yes, sir.
A few big things.
I agree
This
with you.
year, I think it went perfect. There's nothing I would have changed. Like you said, we're an hour ahead than we were last year. That means an hour worth of time people are coming down here.
Doing something right.
Yeah, so, we're always getting something done, which is always great. And, that's a problem with the cow company. Sometimes we fall behind or other issues like that. But, today went very smooth. Very proud of the people I worked with.
Yes, sir. I am too. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hi, I'm Cash Flowers with the Wildorado Cattle Company. I'm here with Brad Harris with the HRV Ranch. We're going to ask him a couple of questions. Get right into it. Why did you support the Wildorado Cattle Company?
Well, to be real honest with you, to support the Wildorado Cattle Company is an opportunity to invest in agriculture at its roots. And Wildorado Cattle Company is it is a prime example of what we want to see our youth coming up in agriculture do, and we want to encourage other people that are in agriculture to know that there are good people and good communities trying to do the right thing and make a go at it. That's why I supported you guys.
Yes, sir. I love that. When did you start breeding, and when did you get your original herd?
You know what? I'm actually the fifth generation rancher. And so we started out in about 1898, and we've been raising cattle and horses for all of that time over on the state line, Texas-New Mexico state line. And this strain of cattle, when we got into the Angus, began about 10 years ago. And we had our start out, and we got our cattle. They originated from Stevenson Basin out of Montana, one of the top 10 breeders in the nation. And we got the bulls and the cows, and we loved the way they performed and operated all across everything from West Texas to Arizona and New Mexico. They weren't just farm cattle. They're cattle that could go out and do the work out on the ranch.
Yes. Moving on from that question, we have, what is your favorite part of this Wildorado Cattle Company organization?
My favorite part of y'all's organization is it's the opportunity that's given for the producer, whether it's the consignor, the buyer, whether it's the feed yard, whomever it is, they have an opportunity to get to meet every one of you individually. And so they get to see their future right in front of their face as they're making business plans and things of that order. And I think sometimes we need to get reminded of where it's coming from and what we're doing.
Kind of going back to that other cattle question, why did you choose those genetics of your cattle into your cattle?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, first off, we have to be careful because ag industry is quick to get everything into a small, marketable quarter that you can just sell or put it wherever and it's all the same. But on a ranch, what's on my ranch may not perform on your ranch because we have elevation or we have more droughty conditions, or we have water everywhere, or we don't, and those kind of things are important. So for me and on our ranch, we had a lot of more desert type ranching areas. Our cattle had to travel a long ways. They were in 5 to 10 section pastures, And so when we found the Stevenson Basin cattle, what we found is that the bulls did a good job breeding up. We had calves that were low birth weight. We could market them at the highest marketability. We could put them in the feed yard and they gained as good and they performed as good or better than any of the other ones we could, and they would do it on the ranch, not just in a confined feeding area.
That's great.
So I appreciate the opportunity and thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming out and letting us ask you these questions.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see us on more platforms, click the link in the description.